Hello and welcome to Theta On Demand. My name is Bronwyn and today I'm going to be bringing you through a somatic cardio release. All you have to do is have you, yourself, and your mat. Put on that good playlist that's linked down below and let's get into this. All right, so we're going to start with both of those feet planted firmly onto the mat. And just stand up nice and tall, close those eyes down and take a big roll of those shoulders back. And just starting to connect to your breath. Take a big full inhale through the nose. And an exhale through the mouth. Let's do that again, but on the inhale, we're going to bring those shoulders all the way up to the ears, create some tension. And as you exhale, roll them back down and around. In through the nose. Big exhale, be loud about it. One more time, deep breath in. Big exhale out. Nice. All right, you can flick those eyelids open. We're going to start with a little bit of bouncing, a little bit of tapping. So we're going to be lifting up those heels and just landing them back down. And I want you to be unapologetic about what kind of noise you're making. We want to be able to feel the vibration of the earth through the entire body. So let those arms be soft and limp. You can keep those eyes closed down. You can keep them closed down for this entire session. Might feel really, really nice to just connect inward. Letting everything jiggle, everything bounces. Just connecting to the frequency of the earth. Letting that get in tune with your body. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Land those feet. We're just going to start to tap them interchangeably. And let those legs start to wiggle as well. And let those hips go. Start to let those shoulders go. Those arms follow. Maybe even through the lips, a little bit of a... Really just shaking off any sort of energy that is laying stagnant or stuck in the body. This is your time to shed yourself of any anxieties, anything really at all. So start to get that a little bit bigger. Let's let those arms come all the way up overhead. Shake them out. Let them go back down. Taking some nice deep breaths along the way. Whew. All right, we're going to really shake things off. Start to get a little bit of a bounce into things. Maybe it's a little bit of a jump. Letting those hips go side to side. Really, truly, anything goes here. We are just moving things around, using movement as our medicine here. So I'm going to encourage you to close those eyes and just find your beat. Start to wiggle around, shake things off. Maybe you're kicking your bum. Maybe those knees are coming forwards. Maybe those arms go up and out. Honestly, you just do you. We're going to be here for about 3 more seconds. Let this be a little bit of a personal dance party. Finding those full deep breaths. Taking the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just take a second, hand to heart, hand to belly. A deep breath in through the nose. And a big exhale. Big breath in. Breathe right into those hands. Let the chest and heart fill. Exhale completely. Send this one deep into the belly. All right, shake those arms down by your sides. We're going to get started with a little bit of a step tap. All right, so finding a little bit of a squat through center. Feet are a little bit wider than your hips, and we're just transferring that weight from one to the other. You can let those arms just be soft by your sides. Really just intuitive movement here. We're just getting into our bodies, out of our heads. That is the whole purpose of this. All right, so once you get this sort of choreography going, we're going to add a little bit of arms. So start with a gentle sway. Let those arms be soft. Let those shoulders roll in a backward direction. Still connecting to those long inhales. And grounding, releasing exhales. Good. Let's start to get a little bit bigger with those arms. Can we take those almost into like a full shoulder opener? Good. And then we'll move those arms into more of a way of like we're clearing a table. Can you imagine that you have a table setting full of plates, full of glassware, and you're just taking those arms and sweeping everything off of it. Let that chest come forward a little bit. Send those hips behind you. Get a little deeper into that squat. Doing our best to fill the lungs completely as you move through. We're trying to just create these flows through our energy channels. So let those breath guide you through it. All right, to add a little bit more vibration to this, we're gonna start to tap the sternum. Every time you go to one side, take those fingertips to the center of your chest. Tap, tap. And let there be a little bit of gentle pressure so you can feel that vibration into your chest, into your heart. Nice. We're gonna take another 10 seconds here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bend those knees, round your spine, give yourself a big hug. Inhale to reach up again. Exhale, switch the cross of your arms, come back down, round the spine. We're gonna go for 5 more. Last 3. Last one. We're gonna stay at the bottom. Give yourself that big tight squeeze. Send yourself a bunch of love, round the spine, tuck the chin. Hang heavy for a second. And then a little bit of a sway as you gradually lengthen those legs, coming into more of a forward fold. You can release those arms to sort of just catch your elbows, letting that head be heavy. Neck is nice and loose. And then we're going to release those hands down to the floor and heel toe those feet a little bit closer. Bending those knees, start to roll yourself up nice and slow. Head and hands are heavy, last to arrive. And then you get to the top, big roll of those shoulders back and down. Beautiful. All right, going into a gentle breath practice just to brighten things up. We're going to take 3 inhales. Inhale, the arms go up. Inhale again, the arms go open. Inhale for a 3rd time, arms go back up. And a big releasing exhale, we swing the chest forward, we forward fold. Here we go, we breathe in, and out. In, release. Let's add that ha at the end. Ha. 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 4 more. Ha. Fill those lungs. Stick out your tongue. Ha. Ha. Last 2. Ha. Last 1. Keep that fold. Ha. Let those arms rest down to the floor. Good. Finding a soft bend in those knees. A gentle sway side to side. All right. We're going to turn those toes out to their corners. And we're going to walk those heels in a little closer, starting to bend into the knees. So you're sort of in this little like froggy stance. We're going to come high onto those tippy toes. Another bit of breath to movement. Taking a deep breath in here. As you exhale, tuck that chin, lift those hips, stay high on those tippy toes. Inhale down, knees go wide, your hips lower. Exhale, hips rise. In, out, in, out. Now we're going to start to feel this into those quads right away. That lactic acid is building. Down and up. We won't be here too long. Super fiery one. For 5. Last 2. And 1. Find that fold, keep it. Land those heels. Take a deep breath in, find a halfway lift, press those hands to your shins. Exhale, soften back down. Let's do that twice more. Inhale to find halfway. Lengthen. Exhale, release. One last time, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Start to slowly lower those hips down to the earth. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Whatever that is for you, if you need a block underneath those hips to elevate them so you have a nice long spine, or maybe you're on your knees. Totally your call. But wherever you are, your spine is long, you're sitting up on those sits bones, and we're softening those shoulders back down. We're going to bring those fingertips onto the tips of our shoulders, open up through the chest, soften down those shoulders again, soften the gaze. As we inhale, we're going to take a sharp twist to the left. And as you exhale, sharp twist to the right. Inhale left, exhale right. In, out. And you can find whatever speed works for you here. What we're trying to do here, any sort of stagnant energy that's laying along the energy centers, our chakras, which sort of line our spine, we're stirring that shit up. So in, out, in, out. Keep those eyes closed if you like. Elbows stay lifted. And if you could imagine that energy starting at the base of your spine, all the way at the root, and it coiling and spiraling up the spine all the way out to the crown of the head. Let those breaths be loud. Let them be unapologetic. This is your time. No need to be quiet, to dull or lessen yourself. We are taking up space. For 5. Last 2. And 1. Come back through center. Release those arms down to your thighs. After any of these quick moments, we like to just give ourselves a moment of a brief rest so that we can just notice any shifts, any changes, any movement. And then gently flicker those eyelids open. We're going to flip the grip of our hands. So place those palms down onto the knees and give them like a good little squeeze, a little tug onto them. We're going to go into some sacral circles. So we're going to start to send that chest towards our right corner, all the way through center, around, back, through to finish that circle. And really think about your pelvis here. We sort of want to, as if this was our pelvis was a bowl, we're sort of like spilling that bowl around, swirling the water in the bowl. Our sacral center is that space below the navel. We want to stir it up. That's the spot of where all of our creativity, our passions, our sexual energy lays. So it's really nice to get that stuff stirred up so that we can live our most creative, authentic ways. So let it stir. Get those shoulders in there. Close the eyes if it feels best to. Inhale forwards, exhale back. Give it 2 more rotations and then switch directions. Here we go, other way. And if you like to take this slow, all good. This is intuitive movement for you. So it doesn't have to match me ever. You do what feels best in your body. If you're needing a slow stir of energy, go for a slow stir. For 3. Last one. Come on back through center. Lengthen that spine. Take a moment to settle, softening through those shoulders. And let's take a deep breath in. Let's reach those arms all the way up. Just bring in all the beautiful energy that you just cultivated. Let those palms touch up overhead. And we're going to exhale those hands back down through center. Take a second here to pause. Thumbs against sternum. Feel that connection. And then we're going to start to rub those hands together. Start rubbing them. And you want to give yourself enough pressure so that we're creating heat. We're creating energy here. Focus on those hands, or even just soften the gaze. You can close those eyes down. Bringing that gaze internally to your mind's eye. Maybe there's an energy that you would like to call it in. Fresh, new energy. Or an intention or seed you would like to plant to bring into the rest of your day. Focus in on that. Rub those hands together a little bit faster, a little bit firmer. Maybe those arms are getting a little tired, I know. It's well worth it. We go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause. Separate those hands gently. Can you notice the space in between? Can you feel that something within nothing? Maybe those hands start to pulse closer and further away from one another. Sensing the energy that you just created. Taking a moment here to reconnect with yourself, to steady the breath, and just express some immense gratitude for yourself, for noticing stuck or stagnant energy and then doing something about it, shifting, altering, changing your perspective. Let's bring those palms back to touch. Bring them closer to heart center, letting those thumbs rest on your sternum. And just take a moment for you, right here, right now, for carving out some intentional you time. And for working on yourself for the betterment of the collective. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you, thank you.